let your life get in the way by flaming out the candle at both ends. You know you do it. You know you're doing it right now. Courtney standing by with an expert in how you can avoid burnout.
Yes, and I'm specifically talking to my mamas out there. I'm actually dedicating this segment to one mom in particular. She knows who she is,
Yes.
but she needs to know sometimes you got to be selfish, and take some time for you, because you can't help somebody else if you're not okay, right?
Preach.
So let's talk to Dr. Oma Agbai. She's actually the director of multicultural dermatology and hair loss disorders at UC Davis. But Oma, you are incredibly busy, incredibly accomplished. You too experienced burnout.
I did. You know, I suffered from severe burnout during the first few months of 2020, during the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic. And if I could describe that dark period of my life in one word, it would be detached. Because of the emotional and physical exhaustion I was experiencing, I felt completely disconnected from my own life. The American Psychological Association defines burnout as physical, emotional, or mental exhaustion, accompanied by decreased motivation, lowered performance, and negative attitudes towards oneself and others. If any viewers are experiencing these symptoms, they should seek professional support as soon as possible.
Absolutely. And that goes for anybody, right? But, you know, maybe in the case of as moms, you feel so, like you feel like you have to do so much for the baby and to make sure that the household is well. But again, if you're not okay, you can't help everybody else. So you suggest clear your plate.
Right. The first step to overcoming burnout is to clear your plate. And this can be done in two parts. First, clear your mind with quiet time to think, meditate, or even just daydream. We don't do this enough. And what I found is that the busier I am, the more quiet time I need. Some days I will do a quick 10-minute meditation using a meditation app. However, when I have a big decision to make or really need clarity, I will spend up to an hour or more on meditation, prayer, asking questions, and or journaling. And the next part of clearing your plate is clearing your schedule to make room for what deeply matters to you. This could mean delegating or reassigning non-essential tasks to make room for the highest priorities.
Yeah, and sometimes that's the hardest part, is figuring out, okay, something's got to go. What goes? But that's when you got to take that, maybe that hour and figure that out. But that's when right? But that's when you say you need to go back and then fill your cup, right?
Right. So after you've cleared your plate, then you set the stage to fill your cup. This is step 2. If we feel empty, we cannot take care of others effectively. Filling your cup will look different for different people. Some might need an afternoon spending time with friends. Another might need an hour journaling, listening to uplifting music, or reading an inspiring book. Find what fills your cup and commit to doing this regularly, especially when you start to feel burned out.
Okay, now you say the third step is to pour it out. What does that mean?
Yeah, so the final step, once you feel filled, you can pour it out. Like a cup, after we're filled, we can effectively pour out in service to our families and our communities. We all have innate abilities and talents, which I believe we were given for the purpose of serving the people around us. What we don't want is to continuously pour out and pour out without clearing our plate and filling up again when we begin to feel depleted. This can lead to burnout. Okay,
so clear your plate, fill your cup, and then pour it out. Those are the steps. And again, to your point, you know, if you are to the point where you want to give so much, you can't give when you're running on fumes. You have to get the fuel from somewhere.
Absolutely, absolutely. And instead of feeling constantly depleted, I have developed this routine that's like a cycle, going from clearing to filling to pouring, often in the same day. And I've become very sensitive to the signs of burnout trying to creep back in. This is not something that you do one time and it's over. It's a constant journey. And I've developed a very low threshold to clear my plate and make room to receive from the divine before going back to pouring out again. This system has not only helped me emotionally, but it has also helped me to increase productivity in the areas of life that truly matter. So hopefully it'll help some other moms out there.
Absolutely. Dr. Agbai, so much, we appreciate so much your time this morning. She's doing TED Talks. You can find her at UC Davis. I'm telling you, this is the sage advice that you need to hear, because sometimes, you know these things, but you don't really know it. You don't feel it until somebody makes you stop, look at yourself, and say, you're doing too much, right? It's okay. So we're going to have church. Dr. Agbai, thank you so much. We appreciate you. All the details are linked on our website, gooddaysacramento.com, under show info and today's date. Clean your plate, fill up your cup, and then pour it.
I know we were focusing on moms, but I ate all that up.
It's for everybody.
I'm telling you.
For everyone.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you. All right,
Take care.
I feel
Thank
like
you.
I owe her some cash or something. My copay is $30.